Module 3, Maxwell's Equations, EM Waves and Optical Fibers. Introduction. Maxwell's equations provide a complete description of electromagnetic phenomena and underpin all modern information and communication technologies. They are named after James Clerk Maxwell, the Scottish physicist who is regarded as the founder of electrodynamics, whose pioneering work unified the theories of electricity, magnetism, and light. Today, Maxwell's equations are the essential tool of electrical engineers used to design all electrical and electronic equipment from cell phones to satellites, televisions to computers, and power stations to washing machines. Next, fundamental of vector calculus. The components of the velocity vector in a three-dimensional Cartesian coordinate system is usually be denoted by u, v and w in the x, y and z direction respectively. In Cartesian coordinate, v is written as v is equal to ui plus vj plus wk, where I, j and k are unit vectors in the x, y and z direction respectively. A vector is usually presented in a column format with its transpose denoted with the superscript t in a row format. It is given here v is equal to in matrix format uvw, and with the superscript t it is in row format, that is uvw. The magnitude of the vector is given by root of u square plus v square plus w square. The sum of the two vectors v1 and v2 is the sum of their components. So v1 is u1i plus v1j plus w1k, v2 is equal to u2i plus v2j plus w2k. That is v1 plus v2 is equal to u1 plus u2 into I plus v1 plus v2 into j plus w1 plus w2 into k. So next, the dot product of the two vectors. By definition, the dot product of two vectors v1 and v2 is a scalar quantity. It is given by v1 dot v2, that is u1i plus v1j plus w1k into u2i plus v2j plus w2k. It is multiply u1 u2 plus v1 v2 plus w1 w2. And next, the cross product of two vectors. The cross product of two vectors v1 and v2 is a vector quantity, and it is given by here v3 v1, this is a symbol of cross product, into v2, that is given by the formula, that is sin v1 v2. The direction is given by the right hand rule. Cross product measures the perpendicularity. The magnitude of the cross product of two vectors represented the area of parallelogram spanned by the two vectors. Since in addition the resulting vector is normal to the plane formed by two vectors called surface vector, it is then clear that the cross product of two collinear vectors is 0. The cross product of two orthogonal unit vectors is a unit vector perpendicular to both. It is given by I cross I is equal to j cross j is equal to k cross k is equal to 0. Next, j cross k is equal to I, that is minus k cross j, and I cross j is equal to k, which is equal to minus j cross I. Next, k cross I is equal to j is equal to minus I cross k. Using the above relations, the cross product of two vectors in terms of their Cartesian components is given by v1 cross v2 is equal to, write it in mod I jk u1 v1 w1 u2 v2 w2, that is v1 w2 minus cross product v1 w2 minus v2 w1. Next, u2 w1 minus u1 w2, or you can also write it as minus minus as plus, so u2 w1 minus u1 w2. Next, for k, u1 v2 minus u2 v1. Next, the scalar triple product. In addition, combined products of three vectors v1, v2 and v3 may v1 dot into v2 cross v3 arrays such as which can be calculated using the following determinant, that is given by v1 dot into v2 cross v3 is given by u1 v1 w1 u2 v2 w2 u3 v3 w3, and this is the figure. Next, divergence. The dot product of the del operator with a vector v of component uv and w in the x, y and z direction respectively results in the divergence of the vector, which is a scalar quantity written as del dot v is equal to deba u by deba x, that is the partial form of differentiation, that is deba u by deba x plus deba v by deba y plus deba w by deba z. Physically, the divergence of a vector field over a region is a measure of how much the vector field points into or out of the region. The divergence of the gradient of a scalar variable s is denoted by the Laplacian of s and is a scalar given by the radial vector field shown in figure. So, figure 1 shows divergence. In fluid mechanics, this vector field represents the velocity field of a sink or source flow. The formula is given by del dot del s, that is del square s. It is given by deba square s divided by deba x square, deba square s divided by deba y square, deba square s divided by deba z square. Next, curl. Curl of a vector field is a measure of the vector field's tendency to rotate about a point. It is given by figure 2. So, formula del cross v. So, deba divided by deba x into I plus deba divided by deba y into j plus deba divided by deba z into k, cross product ui plus vj plus wk. So, mod of ijk deba divided by deba x, deba divided by deba y, deba divided by deba z, uvw. So, for I into cross product deba into w divided by deba y minus deba into v into deba z into I. So plus, actually it is minus, so interchange deba w divided by deba x and deba u divided by deba z, that is j into deba into u, deba u divided by deba z minus deba into w divided by deba x, plus for k into deba v by deba x minus deba u by deba y. Next, some important vector operations. So del dot del cross v is 0 and del cross del s is 0. Here del cross v is, del is constant, del into del dot v, next v is constant, del into del dot del is del square. Next, del cross v, here consider v is constant, v into del into v minus del is constant, v into v dot v. Next, del dot sv, that is s del dot v plus v dot del s. Next, del cross sv is equal to s del cross v plus del s cross v. Next, del into v1 dot v2, that is v1 cross del cross v2 plus v2 cross del cross v1 plus v1 dot del into v2 plus v2 dot del into v1, that is del dot v1 cross v2 is equal to v2 dot del cross v1 minus v1 dot del cross v2. So del cross v2 is equal to v1 into del dot v2 minus v2 into del dot v1 plus v2 dot del into v1 minus v1 dot del into v2. Line, surface and volume integral. Vector f and pi respectively represent vector and scalar function of space coordinates. C, S and V represent path, surface and volume of integration. First one, line integral. Line integral is the dot product of a vector with the specified C given a vector E around C. If the path of the integration is a closed path C, then the line integral becomes a closed line integral and is called the circulation of vector E around C and denoted by closed integration C vector E into vector dl. Next, integration with respect to C, vector E into vector dl, integration A to B E cos theta dl. Next, surface integral. Given a vector field vector A continuous in a region containing the smooth surface S, we define the surface integral or the flux of vector A through S as psi, psi. Psi is equal to integration S a cos theta ds is equal to integration s vector ax cap ds is equal to integration s vector a ds. Instead of cos theta, here ax cap. Next, volume integrals. We define f dv as the volume integral of the scalar function over the volume v. So, integration over the volume v, that is vector f dv. Next, laws of electrostatics. 1. Stokes theorem. It states that the circulation of a vector field vector A around a closed path is equal to the integral of del cross vector A over the surface bounded by this path. So it is given by closed integral L vector A dot vector dl, which is equal to integration of S del cross vector A into vector ds, and the figure. Next, to Gauss divergence theorem. Divergence theorem states that the volume integral of the divergence of the vector field is equal to the net outward flux of the vector through the closed surface that bounds the volume, and mathematically volume integral, that is integration v of the divergence of the vector field, that is del dot vector adv, is equal to the net outward flux of the vector through a closed surface, that is closed integration s, that is vector a dot vector ds. Next, Gauss law. Gauss law is one of the fundamental laws of electromagnetism, and it states that the total electric flux through a closed surface is equal to the total charge enclosed by the surface. That is psi equal to integration s vector d dot vector ds, where vector d is equal to epsilon r into vector e. Next, Gauss law for the magnetic field. For a closed surface, the number of flux lines that would leave the surface would be the same as the number of flux lines that would enter the surface. So, the closed integration of s vector b dot vector ds is equal to 0. That is given by one is leaving the surface and another one is entering the surface. That is closed integration s vector b dot vector ds is equal to integration with respect to v del dot vector b dv, which is equal to 0. So by applying divergence theorem, we can write this. So del dot vector b is equal to 0, hence which is the Gauss's law for the magnetic field in point form. Next, Ampere's circuital law. Ampere's circuital law states that the line integral of the magnetic field vector h, that is circulation of h around a closed path, is the net current enclosed by this path. Mathematically, closed integral of vector H dot vector dl is equal to I enclosed. So the total current I enclosed can be written as I enclosed integration of S vector J dot vector ds. Consider this as equation 1. By applying Stokes theorem, we can write closed integration of vector H dot vector dl is equal to integration S del cross vector H into vector ds. So therefore integration of S, so del cross vector H dot vector ds is equal to integration of with respect to S vector J dot vector ds. So the answer is del cross vector H is equal to vector J. Consider this as equation 2, which is the Ampere's law in the point form. Next, Biot-Savart law. This law relates the magnetic field intensity dH produced at a point due to differential current element I into vector dl. The magnetic field intensity written vector dH at P is given by this figure. D vector H is equal to I into vector dl cross AR cap divided by 4 pi r square is equal to I into I vector dl cross vector r divided by 4 pi r cube. So answer is dH is equal to IDL sin alpha divided by 4 pi r square. R is the distance of the current element from the point.